and municipal government and education under Spanish rule. The trouble besetting local governments today could be traced to the errors committed during the Spanish colonial rule, when the Spanish alcalde, mayor, or governor exercised both executive and judicial functions even if many of them were unqualified, with Spanish historian Thomas Comyn complaining that hairdressers, sailors, deserters, and incompetents were named alcalde mayor charged with taxing Filipinos and exporting their produce, becoming rich merchants themselves in the process. In the mid-19th century, Spain required alcalde mayors to be lawyers with 2 years' experience or a judge with experience as lieutenant governor. In 1844, alcalde mayor lost the right to monopolize trade, with the position divided into an administrative alcalde and a judicial alcalde. In 1850, candidates had to be fluent in Tagalog. Governors were a powerful lot since they controlled the collection of taxes, public works, and agriculture as well as mining. The history of Spanish colonialism is about the collection of taxes through the Principalía and the Cabeza de Barangay at the municipal and village levels. Respectively, the Cabeza collected the tributes and the Principalía developed villages for polo-wise servicios or forced labor. The election of the Cabeza in 1780 and the Gobernadorcillo in 1847 were a sham, since only the 13 members of the Principalía and not the people at large selected officials under the control of the governor and the parish priest. The system freed officials from paying tribute but forced Indios and Chinese to pay more to the local officials, who were compelled to remit more money to the treasury or else they will be imprisoned. So stupid that the Spanish colonial regime that it never knew how big the population was, and it was only in 1884 that a universal tribute was implemented through the cedula personal and the contribution industrial. It was only in 1887 that Spain tried to conduct a census of the Philippines, 38 years after Governor Narciso Claveria declared that all Indios have surnames to be chosen from the Catalogo de Apellidos or the Catalog of Family Names. And friars started a system for this, with the surnames and inhabitants in specific towns starting with an assigned initial letters. The parish priest was both a wealthy political and spiritual leader who controlled land and local governments, forbade the establishment of an educational system, and refused to implement the teaching of Spanish to the local people. Filipinos could not advance intellectually since education was only for the elite. With the 1836 order establishing a primary school system and a decree in 1863 mandating the formation of schools at the barangay level opposed by the religious orders, save for the Jesuits,